Depends. Whatever. And then this is the guy accepting, saying yes, you can get married. Sweet. And then the lords of this is the council for the king has approved the institution of the title revocation allowed law, which means the king can revoke titles without getting approval from the court. After a while, this is, I sent out for the court physician. So after a while, it spread the word that you're seeking to employ a court physician. One of the priests from Autun arrived at your court. The cynical priest introduced himself as a whatever monk and expressed a wish to serve you. Although seeing as his individual is shunned by the rest of the priests in the cultures, authorities are likely not to approve. So this guy wants to be he wants to be our court physician. So let's take a look at him. Is he any good as a physician? He's got high learning, which is good, which is what you want. He's a mastermind theologian, a renowned physician, a monk, a mystic. He's patient. He's lustful, so he'll try to bed women, whatever. But he is just and cynical. All right, so we could take this guy. The temple vassal opinion will go down, but his opinion on me will go up. So, yeah, he's going to be our court physician. Congratulations, monk. Welcome to our court. And that is, let's see, F3? No. Yes. So he is now our court physician. So what's the head? The monk. Yay! We got a monk. Now we could take our guys and we can appoint them to do different things. So we can the chancellor, he is our reputation guy, so we can get him to perform statecraft. He'll work to improve relations with random vassals, neighboring rulers, and your liege, and lower threat. Okay, I can get him to improve diplomatic relations with certain people. I can get him to fabricate claims, like if I wanted to go and attack somebody else, I can get him to fabricate claims, or sow dissent, again, against people that I want to go after or whatever. But let's take a look at our court. Are there any guys that just really don't like us? There's a couple of them. Oh, that's my opinion of my liege. So these guys are all pretty happy with me. It looks like there's a couple of them that don't like me. So I'm not going to worry about sending my councilman to go improve statecraft here. I want him to improve relations with my liege, which is this guy. Where is your seat? It's right there. That's where he is. So that's where we're going to send him. We're going to tell him to improve diplomatic relations in there, so he'll go improve relations with the king. Kill or exile the ones who don't like you. Strike fear to your court. Maybe a little later. Now, Marshal, we could get him to organize the army and drill your commanders, reduces retinue monthly cost, suppress revolts, train troops, or research military tech. Now, there is a tech tree. We'll get into that in a little bit because I don't really understand it, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So our military, we don't have a lot of people. Right up here, you can see from our vassals, we could get 580 people, and from our just our counties, we can only get 235. So we if we were to raise all of our armies, we'd have what's that? 230 and 570, so 800 people, and that's not really a lot. So we're gonna see if he can train some troops in Dijon. That's what we're gonna get him to do. Now our steward, he can administer the realm. Now these tabs over here are new with the monks and mystics, which I just downloaded today. I didn't play monks and mystics the other day when I played at the fire department, so I only had these 3 tabs. So this tab, I don't know how I don't know how this one works, but we'll see. We'll figure it out, I guess. We're not going to worry about that. We can get him to collect taxes, oversee construction, which will build stuff faster. We're not building anything right now, so we're just going to get him to research economic tech in our capital. Now, our spy master, We can get him to scheme, uncover plots to discourage vassals from associating with factions, which we don't have any factions right now, so we're not going to worry about that. Get him to sabotage if we're going to go and attack somebody. Build a spy network if we want him to increase plot power, like if we have a plot against somebody else. Or we can get him to study technology, study somebody else's technology. Now, according to Arumba, which this is not from me playing, but these guys over here, Constantinople, they always have the best technology, but you don't want to send them into Constantinople itself because they have very high intrigue levels over here, and they'll find your spy pretty quickly and possibly kill him. So we're going to send our spy to study technology in the next county over, which will get the same technology boost as Constantinople itself. So he is going to study some technology and hopefully try to steal some and get that going. Now, our court chaplain, we can get him to hunt apostates, blaspheming and heretical societies and drag their members into the light. Or we get him to proselytize, which will try to convert our people to our religion, which we shouldn't have a problem with that. Research cultural tech, which is probably what we'll do, or improve religious relations. Don't care about religious relations, so we're just going to get him to improve tech. Now, our tech is here. We get a little bit of tech based on us being a duke. Just overall every month, I think. Every year. I don't remember how. I don't know how often it goes. But as a duke, we get just a base plus in a little bit. The first game I played just as a single count or a single province minor, basically, and he was like a duke, and he didn't get any of this. So we're gonna earn points into these research trees and be able to spend points once we get enough to upgrade these things. Now we've got our counselors. Since we've got counselors improving the technology, we got a 70% boost there and a 40% boost here because we have the counselors in here actually studying. So once we get enough of that, we'll be able to start upgrading some of that stuff. The amount of this stuff is almost as bad as EVE Online, making my head swim, the amount of things one needs to do to get going. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and you don't really have to do any of this, I don't think, to enjoy the game. And I'm not even doing everything that you can. We're going to let it run as we're talking. And this is just getting started. Once it gets started, you can just kind of let it go and run on its own. And then the way I like to play it is let it run on its own and then just react to the pop-ups that come up. Like I said, Arumba, go watch Arumba, and he's really good at this game. He's been playing it a long time, so he's a pretty good one to watch. So King has inherited the county of blah blah blah, so he's at 3 of 8. So if he gets over his defense limit, then he'll have to give some of it out, or he gets penalties against him. All right, so the people of, however, Thrake have progressed beyond our technological level. I have managed to study their advancements, and documents have been closed to help us, blah, 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 blah. This is our spy master that I sent to Thrake to study. So we now have a chance to gain some tech. So let's pull up our tech, and let's see which one we get. Yeah, we got economy advances. So we got 50 points in economy. Sweet. So this guy, whoever this guy, my half brother, would like to invite me for a small gathering of friends. Sure, we'll go. A gathering of friends. Why not? Now, one thing I have found when you're playing this game, there's two different type of pop-ups. You got your high priority messages and just your low priority messages. You can get, when the high priority messages pop up, I found that it's best to pause the game to get rid of the message. Because if you're doing it while it's running, And before your brother kills you during dinner, he might try. But if you don't pause it and you if you try to click on it, another message might pop up. And if you close it, then you'll miss that message. And then you got low priority messages, which, I don't really care about any of those. So I keep that closed. We're going to let it run on. We're actually going to run it up to speed 4. Just to see. And we should get a pop-up about dinner here momentarily. Now, I don't know where the brother was. I didn't look to see where his demesne is. So we got some dangerous factions. There are powerful dissident factions in your realm. All right. So this is not something I had to deal with when I played this the other day. So, see an overview of the factions active within your realm. Vassals will create factions against their liege with a specific goal in mind, such as lowering crown authority or placing a pretender on the throne. Other vassals may join the faction if they agree with the stated goal. Once a faction becomes powerful enough, its members will present their liege with an ultimatum. If this is refused, it could spark a civil war. There are a number of ways to make vassals leave their faction. Dispatch your spy master to scheme in their territory. You can increase their opinion of you with bribes, or you can simply hope for the best and have them assassinated. Note, if there are several members in a faction, one of them will always take the faction leader's place if he or she leaves the faction for any reason. The upper section of the screen lists the factions, that's up here, that your vassals have formed against you, their liege. If you have a liege of your own, the lower section will show the factions that your fellow vassals have formed. Okay. So these are the factions against me, and these are the factions against the king of the realm, and these are the people in my court that are for those factions. Okay, this is the strength of men that they have. This guy is my chancellor. What? Increased council power in Burgundy. So they want the council to have more power. You know what? I don't really care because I don't care about changing laws. So we'll just let that run on and see what happens. Oh my. Okay. Well, so let's see what happened. We got a bunch of people just popped up. So, this guy of Middle France is in revolt. He's declared Middle Frankian civil war to increase council power on the king. So basically, there's a faction that said we want more power, and the king said no. So the guy was like, "All right, fine, it's civil war." So down here we've got our king is in 2 different wars. So you got the civil war, which is the one that just popped up. This is this guy against our king, and then down here is another one, the Bavarian Middle Frankian de jure war over Chur. So somebody is trying to take over Chur, wherever that is. I'm assuming this guy, this king of Bavaria, is trying to take over that other place. I don't know where any of that is. So they're fighting over something over here. What are they fighting? They're fighting over Chur. I don't care. It's nowhere near me, so we're not going to join in that war. Should we join in the civil war? We can. You see, there's 800 there. There's another 900. That's 1,600. That's 2,000 troops, 2,700 troops against. And it looks like a lot less for, so we're not going to get involved in that, I don't think. We're not going to get involved in that, and we don't have to. We're not automatically joined in. We have to actually try, or we have to actually say, hey, we'll join your war, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to let it go. So we have arrived at the private rooms of our brother. Plenty of food and drink. Let's get it started. It ups our prestige. Days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs and so many intense conversations in such a short time. It brings you closer to your companions. You feel like good friends already. You're my best friend. Me and my half-brother become close friends. All right then. Cool. Cool. Good then. Good then. Time to get back to real life and gain some prestige. Awesome. Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff down here. All right. So my half brother has sent me a gift. It's a small puppy, but one of the finest pedigree and destined to grow into a great hunting dog. I will accept this gracious gift. So, okay, the four of you in chat. Our new puppy has no name yet. What will I call it? Will I call it Faithful? Will I call it Hunter or Tricky? I know what happens if we call it Hunter. I don't know what happens if we call it Faithful or Tricky. Hunter is really good. I just don't know about these other two. So what do you guys think? Tricky. Link says Tricky. Going to be your best friend just to kill you. No, his opinion of me is pretty high. Xavier says Faithful. Okay. All right, Sebi, you're gonna be our you're gonna be our tiebreaker. What do you think? What do you think, Sebi? Faithful, Hunter, or Tricky? You're our tiebreaker. Sebi. 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 Faithful sounds so boring. It does sound a little boring. Faithful. All right. Well, Faithful it is. Sorry, Link. All right. My liege, I've tried to make this guy realize the benevolent nature. Yeah. Okay. So he failed at his mission. So this guy, his opinion of me is going to go down by 15. No worries, Sebi. I'm just giving you a hard time. I know there's a chat delay. I know there's a delay. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not a partner. Yeah, this war, 4,400 people against our liege has around 2,000. Around 2,000. So yeah, no, that wouldn't go well at all. All right. Where's Beam when? Oh, wait, never mind. All right, so your dog has grown quickly and is no longer a little puppy. He runs fast and has a keen nose, and your dog handlers praise his good character. Good dog. I get 10 prestige out of that dog. Now, what do you do with prestige? I ain't got a damn clue. I'm sure you could probably do something with it. I don't know what. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at our realm here. These are the guys. This is, like I said, this arguments, or well, I guess we're only really controlling this one. These other ones are under the control of vassals. So can I actually, yeah. So I can actually upgrade these things because they're in my little area of span of control. But like if I wanted to come down here and try to do some of these, I couldn't. So the only one that I have direct control over is this one because this is me. I have control over Dijon, and then the rest of since I'm a duke, I have these other 5, but they are being controlled by vassals. Now this one is being controlled by a child, my half brother. Whatever. So we can go in here. We can improve once we have some money, which we do. We have a little bit. You can go ahead and improve castle walls, and that will increase your levy size, so we can train more troops when the time comes. I like to keep at least 100 in the bank, so we're not gonna worry about any of that right now. A troubadour and his wife, the troubadourets, have arrived from Ocarina. What? Their performers range from vulgar satires to political something and everything in between, including songs and poems of courtly love. All right. So we can either lose some gold and gain the charitable trait, which will do what? I will be famously charitable. I'll gain diplomacy. I will gain church opinion. I will gain some trait opinion, or same trait opinion, and I will lose opinion of people that have the opposite trait. Or I could gain some prestige. Now, I like good traits. I like good traits. So we're gonna lose a little bit of gold and gain the charitable trait. So there you go. I now should have, there it is right there, charitable. So my half brother who loves me, you see right there under his age, his opinion of me is 100. My opinion of him is 100. He wants me to go. He wants me to go to another gathering of friends. So sure, why not? We'll go. Yeah. Lovely, absolutely lovely. But yeah, as I was saying, I like to keep at least 100 in there in the bank for whatever reason, just for pop up say they need some money, whatever, and I don't want to run out of money. So once we get up to say 200 or so, we'll improve. We've arrived. Let's get it started. Let's get this party started. Is it the drink? Is it something someone said you don't remember honestly, but someone has to pay? So apparently I'm going to get in a fight with my half brother because we're drunk. And that's what drunk people do. They fight each other. At the last moment, he ran out after throwing a chair at you and making you stumble. You searched everywhere for him, but you couldn't find him. Maybe it's just as well I'm not even angry anymore. So my opinion of my brother is going to go down by 10. So, yeah. All right, then. He ran away. Coward. The reveling is over. Time to get back to real life. And more prestige. So, what we got up here? Special character actions possible. So, I can ask my liege for a position on the council. This can only be done once every 2 years. So, I can ask my liege to be a member of his council. Which is my goal. It's my goal. What a way of showing love to your half brother by throwing a chair. That's right. So do I spend some prestige to try to get on his council? Sure. Let's do it. Well, so yeah. Now one thing I want to do here is yeah, the faction leader, there's no threat for that faction right now, but there are plots. If there are any plots, they will show up here, and you can also set this to auto stop plots because I can't be bothered. So if any plots show up, it'll be taken care of automatically. My request to join the Council of King Carloman of Middle Francia will be considered. Good news indeed. All right, so what we got here? We got another dangerous faction. It's the same one. They still have less men than what I could put together. They have 70. I have 30% more men. I think is what that says. So, but he still likes me. He's at 46%. So I think if I could get that up a little bit, then he won't have a problem. We won't have a problem. It's my own kingdom. It's my king. This guy. I'm trying to get on his council, which is I'm trying to get onto my liege's council. I'm trying to get onto here, which is that's not me. That looks like me, but that's not me. Which is my ambition is to become a counselor for the of my liege. So once I get that, then I will complete that ambition and I can move on to something else. Yeah, I don't think I could become a counselor for like the king of Italy or whatever. I don't think that's something. It has been long enough since the king of blah 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 promised to make room for me on the council. I could remind him to keep his promise. So what is his opinion of me? 0. It's probably a good reason for delay. I don't want to make I don't want to press my luck or anything. Yeah, dangerous faction. Yeah. I'm clear. There's dangerous faction. Okay, so during the last few days, my daughter, Berta, has been clutching in her stomach and made frequent visits to the privy. Now has been informed she's suffering from dysentery. Xavier, can you tell me how dangerous dysentery is? How dangerous is dysentery, Xavier? Yes, you can get dysentery here. So we're going to call for our court physician at once. She may die. Let's see if we can't find her. Which one was it? Where's my family? It was one of my children, my girl. She's incapable because she's sick. She has dysentery. There it is right there. But she had successful treatment, so that's good. That's good. You can't escape the death poo. Nope. It's in every game. It's all over the place. Okay, peasants have risen up in the blah blah blah, led by a former soldier. The rebels have the nerve to demand independence. Blasted traitors. So is this one of my guys? No, he's just a peasant. It's a peasant revolt. So here's a peasant revolt. Oh, let's pause. Here's a peasant revolt. It's 900 people. In my